I don't know why the screen is a bit slow on the starting side. I hope the stream is already started and rolling out. Today streaming both at YouTube, Twitch and the live, so good things on that. Yes, good to see you my friends. My name is eluukkanen. I'm a composer. I do composition. Yes, indeed. And I'm trying to build this big thing from the compositions I do. And you might have seen that I've been more active recently. And that's what I want to do. Be more active, do more active stuff. And composing streams on Friday is one thing I wish to continue and do more. And I think we are going on a very good schedule on going forward. While it's still beginning, I think in 3 months we are going to start to see some results on things we're doing. You know, me being more active and such. As a great content creator I have not shared anything. Yeah, that's a kind of a problem. But it's still not too big of a one. Composing stream. I'm putting some details here. Streams. Composing stream. Music production. Music live. Alright, here we go. Some details. And let's put it as entertainment as well. I think we are ready. Let me just put some comment here. Welcome to watch a stream. Yeah, I'm still kind of in a setting of things. I want to have some like really nice background music on the stream. I want to try to find a moderator at some point. Of course, there's not much activity yet here, but I want to get some active guys who are part of the conversations when people chat and such. I'm trying to find one very soon, perhaps even pay for their services. I really want to push the streaming side of things. And today, as eluukkanen always does, we do some composition, indeed so let's get on with it very soon. I'm just going to be sharing this stream in Twitter while people are arriving. I tell you, today I have a limited time on doing this stream, so it's like a 40-minute stream or 30-minute stream. It's a watchable in that sense, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's not that long, but still it's pretty short time for making music, I tell you. But still enough time to get hands dirty on making some music. Indeed so we are going to start with that very shortly. How many people we have actually here? We have one viewer in Twitch side of things. Hello there, good to see you. Also we have well, not yet, nobody's on the D Live yet, but let's see where that goes. I really want to start streaming there as well. And the YouTube side, not sure yet, let's see. Well, that is empty yet, but it's still the beginnings, and yeah, that's about it. But now, let us begin the composing actually. Usually I will have a like nice intro and such, but I am still preparing the streaming stuff. I have not got everything set up, so the intro will be coming perhaps next week, later at least. So let us begin the composing stuff here. Yeah, here we go. Our nice little window over here. Let me have the video stuff so you can see my face here. Yes, before I start though, I want to tell you a few big things if you are interested to see what happens to my channel. Previously, basically, I have been doing composition stuff, actively posting music, but I am now more actively putting things together in a way that it's going to be a viable also business side, but just making the music more accessible for many. And one of the strategies on that is that I do more streams, I do more of this stuff. I'm in process of trying to gather people around me who will help in, let's say, like moderation and such. and in few months I think you will start to see some nice results on that. Yes, still I am currently working on some few side hustles that I need to focus full time on. But now when I start to get things organized, like the place like Patreon is actually now getting some cool rewards there. I'm starting to be active in there, and many stuff are coming. So if you are interested to get into eluukkanen train and start to join and be part of what we do here, now is the time. But let's begin the process, shall we? So I am this Friday going to be doing some random stuff. This is, as the title says, something random, or is it? That's the thing. I am saying that I'm going to use the song that I'm currently making on a project that I'm currently making, but I'm not going to say which one. That's kind of like a mystery thing, you know. People like mystery, right? Yeah. I'm still doing some mystery stuff, and the reason for that is I'm going to announce that at some point the project publicly for people, and when that has been done, I can easily say I have places to people to go and to see that project, so people don't need to wait too long time before I get everything ready. So air of mystery around here, that's what we are after. Did I actually share this stream in the server? I'm not sure. I think the bots did. Yeah, the bot is here. Nice. So let me know if you're watching the stream. Let me know what kind of Friday you have, and let's get on with it. Let's start making some music. But now first some basic stuff. I'm going to use the MIDI to just it sounds awful, but I'm going to make some, well, basically melody side of things, and then I'm going to add instruments in there. This is another way to compose and put instruments together. Just putting MIDI stuff and then building on that. Yeah, I'm putting some instruments here.
Oh, we're back with this laughing smiley. Let's see what will come out today.
Indeed, hello, Data. Good to see you. As you see, I've now started doing this more actively, and overall, just managing eluukkanen much more. I just realized that if I don't put the effort to stream all the time, I'm kind of going to vanish in the public knowledge. Of course, I'm not a public figure or anything, but the thing is that if you do not do this actively, it's hard to gain numbers going up, and that's what my goal is at the moment. The thing is that I have been doing some YouTube stuff, and I'm happy to see that the actively day-to-day stuff is very much doing positive things, and also you get more content, so that's good as well. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Data. How are you doing? So let's start with something, and that's MIDI instrument. Anybody can just download a Musescore and do MIDI instruments and stuff, but I'm going to use this as a kind of like a basis on the whole thing, and then I'm going to shock you later on that from this basis I am able to build something good sounding, because I think in modern times people focus a lot on the sound, and sound is important, but I think at the same time the importance has to be on the basic things, harmony and the melody, how it's done, and everything below that. You can have beautiful visuals, but you can have the word story to follow. So let's start with something here. And yes, this is basically going to be a thing in one of my projects that I'm working on, and perhaps using it. I'm not sure yet. I have limited time, so I can only do some MIDI stuff, and later on I change the MIDI to real instruments. Indeed, many stuff are happening. Yes, indeed.
This might sound a little repetitive if people do ask you,
Yeah.
but what program do you use
No
to
problem.
make this stuff?
This program I use is Avid's Sibelius, and the program version I have is Sabilo 7.5. The program is very good notation program. It basically is that you make notations mainly for just people who play and sing and do this stuff in real life for real musicians, but you can actually use it to create original compositions as well, as the basic of making the music is the same but still in different kind of language than, let's say, some other things like Pro Tools or any other composing program. So it's a composing program in language of notation. And yes, people keep asking that, but that's no problem at all, because I have not disclosed it anywhere, so it's kind of my fault as well. Yeah, but that's, it's a good program. It did cost a little. I think like 700 or something when I bought it. Nowadays they offer the subscription-based system, which I hate because I want to pay all in one kind of way, not like every month or every that kind of stuff, which I think it's kind of like bad because it ends up costing much more than just paying everything up front. But I can get there making it kind of like subscription system. And what you see is I'm putting some piano stuff in there in MIDI, and the reason for MIDI is it's just easy for the computer. I noticed that it goes much slower, and then when the MIDI is ready I put real instruments on it, like real good sounding instruments. Yes indeed, that's the key. Anyways, let's listen what we have. I think this is still too quick. I want to make some kind of like kind of atmospheric song in a sense. I have been doing some atmospheric song in the past, but I think this one could be as well something like that. How are your streaming plans going, Datovda? Planning on any streams soon? Let me know. I must tell you, I am very limited on time currently on just putting things on the work and on the streaming as well. My current goal is just trying to manage to get as much money and invest that later on the composing, because money on me is not an issue per se, but I want to get more time on the composing side. I'm currently working on a day-to-day job, like 6-hour day job, just to get some funds in order to invest to music, because before I did not invest to music at all, and it was I basically played I had very limited funds, and it's always difficult if you start from limited space and go forward. So I've been really looking on many kind of ways to generate income for what I do, and I want to push them forward. Of course, the Patreon and that kind of stuff, it has been little on the wayside for me, but I want to do some investing, index funds and that kind of stuff. I just really want to get not like huge loads of money, but some kind of income that I can just possibly continue this thing that I'm doing forward, because I want to invest full time on the composing side, and the money kinda has to be part of that as well. So I think I have an idea. I have an idea. Something like this. Yeah, the MIDI instrument sounds bad, but I think, it's good to compose with MIDI instruments first, because then you have to use your imagination other than just the sounds themselves, because it's easy to put quality sound on something bad and then it looks good, but then it's not, the basis is bad, so it's good
Possibly
to have.
a triamic this weekend.
Nice.
Probably at this time. Gonna animate some stuff.
Oh, you're gonna animate? That's nice. What kind of stuff? Are you going to animate the project we working on or something other? The 3D animation? Let me know.
And if I fix my mic, I might even use that.
Oh, that's cool. That is very nice. Good to hear that you are planning on this kind of stuff. I think artists, they should use the opportunity to do the streams on their stuff. I've been seeing some artists to be able to get good amount of viewers on their stuff and commissions and such as well. Yeah, by the way, if anybody is watching, of course not perhaps at the moment, but later on this video, I'm open for commissions at the moment. I just finished one day ago. Yeah, I am starting to now be more active in asking this kind of stuff, because I just noticed I've been learning a lot of marketing and such. You have to be actively asking and telling your stuff what you're doing. You can't just expect people to watch you and find your stuff. You have to be the one to tell that. But yes, good to hear. I want to hear what kind of mic kind of streaming you're going to do. Hello, Vabuzi. Good to see a new face. I think you're a new one around here. Hello. I'm doing some composition, and yeah, with MIDI instruments, so that we have some quality sounds over here. Some quality sounds. Who's sending a message to me?
I'm making some tutorials in Synesthesia.
Oh.
Do you want to take a look and give me some feedback?
Oh, tutorial on Synesthesia. Well, why not? I suppose. I cannot do it on the stream though. If you want to join our Discord group and share it there, I think you can. I will post a link to you, because I've been having people sometimes to come to me, and I have very limited time today on that. Somebody's sending me a message. I'm very wanted, man. God, I'm just my brother. Yeah, just a moment. I will send you the Discord link first. I think you will enjoy joining our lovely Discord group, because there's other artists there. There's active speaking there and such. So yeah, welcome to join. Here's the link. I think it should be going to Twitch as well. Let me know if that's the case. But yes, let's continue. This song is still in the very beginning. Also, I will be sending the message to my brother. Just a moment. Just a moment. Here we go. Yeah, I'll be sending things back, but it's nothing. It's nothing. It's good to have some discussion going on, and I really want to see what people are working on. So feel free to share your Synesthesia project on me when you got the time. Ah, goddamn. Okay, my brother is coming at some point, so I might actually need to get the stream be very short, and we haven't even started it yet too much. Yeah. You do that. But now let's get to the music part. I want to get this to be something very gentle in a sense, I think. I think we could put this to harp, I think. Yeah, we have the MIDI harp, which I like the MIDI harp sound. I just for some reason love it. Yeah, this one. Oh, MIDI harp, the best instrument above all else. I just love it. I think it fits even for the modern ones. It just had this kind of like own vibe. I wouldn't call it harp sounding, but I like it. I've been using it in some composition because I do like the sound, even though it's like ancient one. such a good conversation is there. Yeah, I'm sure you love it. The thing is that. Yeah, my brother is trying to come here. I have very limited time. Don't you come here now. I'm going to focus on the stream. He visited, I think, yesterday, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, like you have to sometimes just message to your brothers and such. It's good to have good family relations. It is good to have good family relations. I'm just going to have a night shift today, so it's going to crush my spirit if I if I'm getting late on that. So, yeah, not big fan of night shifts. Okay, but now we have the kind of like a basis on this, and I don't know why I put these on here, but let's see. Let's see what we can do.
Hey Elias, how long have you worked on your biggest project and what was it about, by the way?
Oh, the biggest project. I think in music it's still on the work. I'm working to make this of like string quartet. Like how do you say it? Like quartet. This kind of like a string composition which have many parts. Basically 4 strings all playing different things. The thing is that it has not yet released. All the songs I'm currently working on, they are very quick to be made, I tell you. Even though I use a lot of focus on them, like they have not went in a position yet that I've been able to do one composition with like. Over 30 minutes of music, over 1 hour of music, because usually the projects are like we have individual songs. Even in albums I do the songs individually and then put them to albums, so even those are not the biggest stuff I do. So like it's hard to say. I think the biggest project right now is actually just building eluukkanen channel up and just trying to get it big and more profitable. The thing is that even though some people hate to talk about money, I'm going to say that I don't want to be the poor artist on the streets, as you could see in some pictures in internet and such. I want to get in a position I can do this art full time. That's why I'm working hard to make it so. Let's see. But yes, it's I think that's the long-term project. Because if you are a big artist, you always have to work on stuff, and I think the work never ends when you are being an artist. Of course, you have to give time to yourself sometimes. But yeah, like it's I think that's the biggest project I have, because I have to tell you, my biggest challenge for me as a creator is not the actual music creation, because I can create stuff, but the social stuff and try to get into projects. That was easy on one time, but I think the bigger the scale is, the harder it becomes in a way if you don't have the contacts. And for me, I have not had contacts in helping me early time. I have not had these big shoutouts or anything. I needed to climb the mountain meter by meter, kind of way. So it is a hard process. Let's listen what we have over here. We have still like 20 minutes to go, so we're still going to make some stuff. Do you have had yourself, working on great big projects yet? Of course, you have the Dusty Hearts, I presume, so that could be counted as one. But yes, it's work of composers always ongoing. Oh, we have how do we have 2 viewers in Twitch. That's lovely. Hello, you. Nice to see you all. Are you having a lovely, wonderful day? But because of that, I tell you, you have to keep supporting the artists you love. I have seen many artists to just stop completely doing their stuff and going to, you know, full-time job because they couldn't work on the stuff even that people enjoyed. I think it's kind of like thing that I have even myself struggled at. That artists are very hard to be the salesman people. I want to get the secrets of being the salesman people because I know that if I do that, I'm able to make more stuff that people like. And that's kind of like that's the issue. That's the issue. And that's kind of like even a laughable thing. Some people have a lot of money to just throw around, but they have very hard time to figure out what to do with it, you know, and what to do. But like the people who have a lot to do, like artists and, you know, writers and painters and stuff, they have hard time to have money. Like this is kind of, it's very weird kind of position. Then people who have a lot of money, they need to figure out what to use that money for. And in the past, rich people tended to build like big mansions that they paid artists to paint their like ceilings and such and such. Of course, nowadays that happens even so, but not in a similar fashion that nowadays it's kind of like vanished. Hey, my brother just messaged, "Oh man, you are not going to have me here." Well, that's just how it's going to go today, my unfortunate. Yeah, I hate the night shifts. But yes, here our composition is coming together. I intentionally left the beginning kind of empty, but now I'm going to go forward in that direction as well. But yeah, big projects are hard. Are yourselves working on big kind of things? You have to figure out what is the thing you want to do, and that keeps you going forward. Of course, some people are fine to just work on basic goals, and that's not a problem. Sometimes if that's what you want to do, that's okay. I myself really want to get specific things out of my life myself, so I want to really work on that. And I've noticed that without a lot of work, you can't really reach those goals. So you need to work. But I think it's a good also to have this kind of community spirit, talk with people, and just not work on yourself all the time. I think that's a good one. So that's why I am mainly, of course, contacting people and having a lot of, building on the eluukkanen Discord group and such. A lot of stuff needs to be done, and sometimes you need also people to work on that. So that's why it's good to work with people. Let me save this something. That's the name of it now. So let's have this kind of beginning on the whole thing. We have harp, piano, violins and such, all MIDI. And I think we could go like... Sorry. Yeah, we're going to have some contrabass going here. And then we're going to have a piano to just do this kind of very ominous stuff. But yes, exactly, that's how things should go. But I myself, I am not opposed to people that want to just have basic goals like making money, just go day by day, but I want to really achieve a lot with stuff I do. So that's why I am like really trying to invest in not only money, but just trying to get work with the right people, have right people around me, and such and such and such. And that's why the eluukkas thing is very important personally for me. But I also know from the personal struggle of trying to making compositions that if somebody would have been in the beginning to tell me what to do and to help me out and getting feedback and such, it would have helped a lot of struggles in the beginning. Like, that's the thing. I'm not actually even sure what I'm doing now. Let's see how it works. The idea is to have this kind of ominous atmosphere for it. I'm thinking perhaps putting this chip tune. I'm not sure yet, later on, but I've used MIDI instrument for now because it's easy. The composing program does not crash. Yeah, that's good. Do not crash. So here we go. Nice. And then like the big problem in the world I have seen that like there are people that want to see a certain kind of art, let's say that of yours or anybody else's, but the problem is the distribution part. And like if you think about the favorite films you
it's
have,
perfect.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, that of that. I think like I was not sure how it would listen, but I was glad it turned out to be well, because how long have we been doing this?
Sounds great, Elias, and
Yeah,
plus
20
what's
minutes.
up?
Hey Tristan, good to see you, my fella. We're just talking about nothing specific, just about music, and good to have both Tristan and Datovda here. How are you doing, Tristan? Have you been working on big plans, big things, on stuff you do? We were just actually talking about what kind of big plans you want to have when you go forward, and I recommend to have some, because the beginning you might think that, oh, I'm not able to achieve things I really want to achieve because they're hard, but I think just a thing that has been always I try to avoid just thinking overall of all the mistakes I could be made. Of course you are going to make mistakes, but I noticed that less I think about them and more I do stuff what I want to do, the more I can get. I had this one friend who just like he had as talent and stuff, but he doesn't want to really go and take the extra mile to just work on it like a lot. I think I think people would love his work, but if you don't take the initial step, it's impossible. I think we could use the like that kind of thing. Sometimes something like that. Yeah, but it's good to see you here. I'm just thinking a thing. I think something like this. But yes, the thing is, some people enjoy doing some stuff that is simple, and I'm not against those people, but I myself, I really want to do big things. And the world is very nasty sometimes. Sometimes you cannot decide what you want to do. Sometimes you just have to work because of financial situation. Sometimes you have a limited amount of funds and stuff. But there is still a chance, though, if you band up with similar interested people. And
I would
that's what
like
you
to
need
work
do.
with a company composing wise or just write and sell music myself. Not really sure though, still thinking about that, but I do have some good ideas in music, just need to work them out.
I see. A working company. That is a plan which is possible, and also selling your music is easier than before. I think standing out is a hard thing because a lot of people want to go to composing, so it's good to have this kind of specific style for yourself which you want to develop going forward. That is very much something I recommend, but yeah, very much a possible thing, and it's good to have time to work out, especially just building anything takes time. Like even stuff if I'm trying to do like daily content now, which I try to do. Of course, Sundays, nothing on Sundays, but I start now doing some daily stuff. And if I work on that 2 years, then I'm going to have like this nice or building graphic, kind of like increasing, everything going to get bigger and bigger. But it's a long kind of building process if you don't get like somebody to shout out you and stuff like that. So it's good to take time, I tell you. If when you refine your style, when you get stuff done, it's good. But also I recommend to get kind of an initial touch to the whole thing as well. Kind of like dip your toes to the water to see what sticks and such and such. It's a hard world out there, but I really think it is a possibility that people can do if approached a certain way, because many people are approaching the whole composing thing kind of just spamming their music there, and it's not the way to go. I think the beginning part is very nice with this composition, I do think. Let's see where the later part does it, or does it not? Oh, I cannot hear anything, yeah. Actually, I want to test out the xylorimba stuff. I'm not sure does it work though. I think I saw this kind of what was the technique you could make like this kind of like I need to restudy that, but let me do it like the most worst way you could do it.
Probably triplets.
Triplets is basically what might work on that. May have to see. Yeah, we have to see. Hello, Multihawk. I think I've seen you on the past streams before, so good to see some familiar faces as well. That's lovely. How are you doing? No, not this one. I have this kind of like plan. Like this is not how you should do this, but I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking a possibility. Could there be a way? We have to see. Yeah, this is probably wrong. Don't do this at home, kid.
Not bad. Haven't written any music in quite a while.
Oh, really?
Though.
Ah, I see. But yes, it's sometimes it's good to take gaps, but I really recommend to just to do sometimes when you have the time. Of course, people have different life situations. I cannot say, but it's good for me to do these streams because usually I work on stuff that I have to work on. But it's good to have this kind of like a stream when I can just do whatever I want to do, because if you just work on stuff that you need to do, then you are going to have kind of like a resentment on stuff. And I think it's good to have sometimes just to practice piece, to do some sketches if you're like an artist and such. I've heard that kind of thing, it's very helpful because then you get this kind of like a fresh thing going forward.
Yeah, I remember studying about how using triplets and more. I'm not the best sheet music writer though, lol.
Yeah, but I tell you that I am yet or not that comfortable with triplets sometimes, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing here right now. But that's basically how these streams usually work. I just do something and then it sticks on the wall or not. But that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. But yes. Good to see you, Multihog, even though, like, I tell you, it has been a while, and I really want to get to streaming stuff right now, I tell you, or on a way that I have now done some daily stuff. Sundays I'm going to keep as a holy days, no stuff on those days, but otherwise I think there should be content coming, like in YouTube-wise and such. Not the daily streams, but daily content, you know, like YouTube and such. I am excited to see where this goes, yes. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I think we should leave it for now. I will do it later though. But anyways, you know, you get the idea what kind of thing I want, like that kind of stuff. That's a challenge I need to do at some point. Just figure that out. But figuring it out, it shouldn't be a too hard issue. But I have limited time, like 5 minutes left today, I think. So I need to do some quality stuff in the end. This kind of stuff. By the way, did you hear about the Julian Assange thing? If you are interested in anything about politics, did you hear about his arrest? Let me know what you think of that. I think that's kind of like a major thing because he has been on there like in Ecuadorian embassy for like 7 years, I think. 6 years and 10 months, I think. A lot of time, god damn. I wouldn't wish to spend any that long in anywhere, I tell you. Here we go. Yeah, I need to go to work very soon, so I think restrict what I do here. A bit, but still. And then I could like have what I'm doing. Yeah, sometimes when you just have to do quick stuff, you know, it gets kind of
Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember, but I asked you a while back that I was having trouble finding the key to some of the Final Fantasy XII OST and you never got to answer. Maybe you have some insight.
Oh, the keys on that, like the key signature, you mean? I remember you asking about it, but I'm sorry if I forgot that. Which song you mentioned? The thing, I think I answered it. I think I did. If you asked about, you know, the keys, I was not sure on every single one because basically when I've looked into Final Fantasy XII soundtrack, the keys change so much in like just like two. I like the Sakimoto. I think Sakimoto. I think that's the composer name. I really like this style because he isn't just composing like A, B, C, D. Like basically, like he's not composing like a C major G thing, like 1 5 4 5. Like it's not how he does it.
Link it here, and I will tell you.
Hello, Yanni. Hello there. How are you doing? Yeah, link the song. Yanni can help. Of course, I can too, but I need to see the specific song though. you know, because there's many songs in the soundtrack, of course. But yes, let me continue this quickly. How are you doing, Yanni? More and more people joining to see the party Elias Lukkanen is having, a music party.
I am multi-hog.
Ah.
The main track is the Battle for Freedom, which is the final boss in FF12.
The Battle of Freedom, there's a lot of many changes. I think it's like it has many past songs even part of it, so that's kind of a problem situation in there, yeah. But I can help. Post that to the Discord stuff, and I can help in that. I can help. Why are you trying to find the keys? Is like if for interest, or are you going to do something perhaps like work on that? I don't know. You're multi-hog. Okay, gotcha. Just many names change, so forget me if I just have some memory problems on those, because I usually just attach one name, nickname to a person. Yeah, that's what I do. It's so many names come at me sometimes when I stream. Yeah, like this is very simple compared to the Final Fantasy 13. I really like how he's very talented in changing the keys.
I can hear it changes keys all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing. It changes all the time, just like but it fits. That's the thing. I really like the Final Fantasy 12. The game is nice as well, but I think it's kind of like sometimes there's a good game but bad soundtrack, but then sometimes there's a good soundtrack and a bad game. But I think like for me personally, the game and the music is perhaps not all of them are like the best, but they have like a combining them together, very very good combination. I really like the Zodiac Age when it came out. If you haven't tried that out, even though as a plot wise it's not
Tristo,
the best, but
I'd advise you to learn how to figure out the key yourself. It's not that hard.
It is for people that have not done it, but like everything is like in that. But I recommend to learn it.
You need to listen where the song sounds at rest or home.
Yeah. I think like if you have piano for that also helps as well.
That's the tonal center, Aka key.
But you know, I'm not saying like it's for many people reading stuff of like music is very hard. For me, at some point it had that, but I recommend to just listen many songs, start from simple and then go forward with that. I think with Final Fantasy 12 it's a bit harder because it's changed all the time, but it's still manageable. I think I will look into them myself and give some answers later on.
Use a piano or any instrument to trial and error, and see where the note matches the piece. The home note. Yes, you should practice with simpler songs.
I think it's a very good advice. Like even though, like of course, reading stuff it's hard, but I recommend for anyone who is interested in music to just look at the compositions and see where those keys lie, because then you have this kind of idea of how other composers use the key change for the advantage. Of course, you can make a song that is like basic key, like let's just have like. Just like 1, 2, and it's like basic kind of like harmonic movements. But
am I late?
It is good to. I think man. I'm going to end in like a few minutes, so that's kind of a bummer. But I'm going to still show you the song. Yeah, I want before you anything say anybody, I'm going to tell you I'm now going to leave to work. I need to end the stream, otherwise I'm going to be late. But I am going to be showing you the song which we just made in under 1 hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, 50 minutes. And then let's see how it works. And yeah, today's stream is going to be short because of things of like I need to go to work and that kind of stuff. But bear in mind, streams are going to come more, and let's continue discussion in the eluukkanen group as we always do. We had a nice discussion today here of the morning, so that was nice. But let's continue that later on there. But now, let's listen to the song. Let me know what are your thoughts on this. It's like a MIDI song, it's not yet a full
I have
made.
found keys to several pieces, but the battle for freedom is different. When I first heard it, I will figure this out. It's pretty complex, that's why.
It is. I tell you, like, if you didn't figure it out first time, no problems. I tried like, it goes like this, what? But it's complex, yeah. That's basically what we have. 1 minute of song made for MIDI, so we add later some good stuff on it. But yes, stream is over. I tell you, like, Tristan, don't you worry, you are going to figure it out. But it was a challenge for me even. I was not able to figure it first time I just looked at it. But with piano it helps. Use piano and just see where the notes go, and the home note, as eluukkanen well explained. But yes, and I also got somebody to follow me on
yeah, but
D-Live
overall always loved the
say
piece
nasty
changes a
things,
lot
but,
in the
that's
music,
what
always
it
loved
is.
that.
But yeah, overall always love the music, yeah. Indeed, so I recommend to listen. If you haven't listened to music from especially Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, you have to go and listen right now. They are good ones. Even though you might not like the game, you like them, the music. It's kind of like some people say like mix of Star Wars and I don't know. Like I just think it's individually very good, but I've heard even other people do say good things about it. So yeah, go check that out as well. And the stream is going to an end. Feel free to follow if you enjoyed the stream. More things will be coming on your way, I tell you, but only if you subscribe, or not subscribe, I mean like follow. Of course, this is going also in YouTube.
FF12 is the same game.
Indeed, but I tell you, Zodiac Age has improved
Zodiac
music.
Age is a re-release of that.
I know, but it's better. The quality is better on Zodiac Age. Of course, it uses some orchestral stuff. Yeah, but still, same game.
I played Zodiac Age. It's a great game. I got platinum on it.
Oh, you got platinum even. Oh, that's nice. So you won the final bosses and the big million HP boss and stuff. Anyways, I need to go now. It would be lovely to discuss with you. Let's discuss other time and on the Discord server. Wherever you are, whoever you are, I wish you a great day. See you later.
Yeah, it's